Hello everyone, this is once again Lorjin Malano. Today I will be presenting my artwork for our Unit 4 assessment. I will discuss the elements and principles of arts I use, how I applied the rule of thirds or the golden ratio, and my reflections on this activity. So let's begin. So this is my painting, which features the floral arrangement in a vase placed on a wooden surface. I use a combination of soft and vibrant colors to create contrast and depth. The background consists of blended brushstrokes to add textures and a sense of atmosphere. So the elements I used are color, texture, and line. I use a mix of warm and cool colors to create harmony and visual interest. For the texture, the background has visible brush strokes to give it a rough texture, while the flowers are painted smoothly to make them stand out. For the line, the stems and leaves contain curved lines to create a natural and organic feel. The principle of designs I applied are balance, emphasis, and contrast. The bouquet is centered, but the flowers are arranged in a way that create a sense of movement. I use bright colors for the flowers to draw attention to them as the focal point. The dark vase contrasts with the bright flowers, making the subject more noticeable. For the composition techniques, to make my composition visually appealing, I apply the rule of thirds. Instead of placing the vase right in the center, I position it slightly off center to make the composition more dynamic. The flower follows diagonal lines, guiding the viewer's eye naturally through the piece. This creates a balanced yet interesting layout. Using the rule of thirds helped my artwork more engaging rather than too symmetrical or flat. It also gives my painting a sense of natural placement, as if you are looking at a real bouquet placed on a table. So the questions are, which element or principle did I find most challenging and why? The most challenging principle to apply was balance, because I had to carefully arrange the flower and the vase to avoid making one side of the painting look too heavy. I also struggled with ensuring that the colors and brushstrokes work harmoniously without making the composition feel overwhelming. Balancing the background with the foreground was another challenge, as I wanted the flowers to stand out while still complementing the texture background. How did the composition techniques or the rule of thirds or golden ratio affect my artwork? The rule of third influenced my placement of the vase and bouquet, ensuring that they were not positioned in exact center but slightly off to create a more natural and visually engaging composition. The golden ratio also helped in arranging the flowers in a way that guides the viewer's eye upward, following the organic flow of the stems and petals. These techniques made my painting feel more dynamic and aesthetically pleasing rather than flat or overly symmetrical. What did I learn about my own artistic style through this activity? This activity helps me discover that my artistic style leans toward expressive realism with impressionistic influence. I enjoy using visible brushstrokes, rich textures, and bold colors to create depth and movement in my work. I also realize that I naturally incorporate light and shadow to enhance the composition's depth, making the artwork feel more lively and dimensional. Additionally, I learned that I prefer structured yet fluid compositions, where elements are carefully arranged but still have an organic and painterly feel. Overall, this activity helped me improving my understanding of composition, color, and balance. I gained more confidence in using the rule of thirds to create more dynamic artwork. Thank you for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoy my artwork and learn something from my experience.